Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm going to talk to you in this video about the Baker Act and just share some comments that were made to me very recently, this past week, by a family that we'd been speaking to for a couple of days. So their loved one, it's the daughter, has been in a facility that I've litigated against. I mean, certainly more times than I can count on. If I had four hands, I could count. I wouldn't have enough fingers to count. I also know this is an unscrupulous facility. This young lady has health insurance, and it's a half decent case for the state. And I said to the family when we first spoke, and I said, I'm just telling you all the sort of red flags that I'm familiar with, having litigated it, at this point, close to 500 of these cases. They're all there, and I know this facility, and I can't make any guarantees. I'm just telling you that this, to me, looks like they're posturing up to keep her. A couple of days went by, and I hadn't heard from them, so I actually just touched base with them today, and I spoke to the young lady's brother, and he asked me some very odd questions. And I said to him, okay, I wondered where he got this information from. So let me tell you what he shared with me. So his first issue was, he said, well, the 72 hours is expiring tomorrow being Sunday. Today is Saturday that I'm making this video. He says tomorrow is Sunday and the 72 hours expires, and so they should be letting her go. And I said, no, it does not expire tomorrow. He said, yeah, it does. I said, no. If the last day, if the 72 hours falls on a weekend, in other words, the last day of the 72 hours is a Saturday, Sunday, and if Monday's a holiday, then it rolls over to the next business day. So no, she's not coming home tomorrow, and the facility doesn't have to let her go tomorrow. It's rolling over at least until Monday. So then he said to me, well, I'm also worried that the facility could appeal and keep her for another 5 days. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, they could file something and keep her for another 5 days. And I said, no. Here's how this works. If they decide to file to keep her, the placement hearing, where they're going to decide how much longer she's going to get stuck, that takes place within 5 days. I said, and at that hearing, they're going to ask for anywhere between 0 and 6 months. And I said, I know that that's probably not what you want to hear, but I'm telling you that's the truth. And this facility, in all likelihood, based on what you're telling me, is going to file to keep her. So they're going to buy themselves anywhere between 0 and 5 days. And at that hearing, they're going to ask for significantly more time. There's a good case for them, and she has health insurance, and this is how they make money. And I said, if you don't mind me asking, where did you get this information from? We've been speaking to another law firm. Now, I'm not going to tell you the name of the law firm because that's just not right. But I can tell you that I've had a number of people that have spoken to me about this particular law firm. In fact, on one occasion, the law firm called me because they had no idea what they were doing with the case. And I said to them, if you're getting information from that law firm and that's who you decide to work with, that's your prerogative. But I'm telling you, that's wrong. That's the wrong information. And if you continue down this path, she's going to get stuck. And so, I wanted to share that with you because look, I realize that, financially, money's always an issue, right? And candidly, if money is the most important thing to you when it comes to hiring a lawyer, then I'm probably not the right lawyer for you. Because clients hire us really because we are specialists. This is what I do. As I mentioned earlier, I've handled at this point close to 500 of these cases. I've spoken to thousands of families, and I've had my own family member Baker Act, so I know exactly what this feels like. And so, look, do you want to hire a specialist? Do you want to hire a jack of all trades? I happen to know this particular firm. They handle all kinds of other cases. I mean, off the top of my head, I think their website lists at least a half a dozen different areas of the law they practice in. And, as my late father told me, either be a specialist at one thing or be a specialist, a non-specialist at, half a dozen things. And so I said, look, if you're hiring this firm, I appreciate you taking time to chat with me, especially on a weekend. And I said, that's it. I'm not going to cast aspersions on this law firm. I know who they are. But listen, if you want to get your loved one out, we'd like to help you. It's as simple as that. And so I just wanted to share that story with you. I mean, we get great results. You can look at all my content online, all the videos we put out. There's the podcasts. Go read the reviews about me. I mean, these are people that, volunteered to post, about their experience with our firm. I think you also know by now that I'm only going to ever tell you the truth. I'm not going to sit here and, BS you and tell you it's all going to be okay if you do nothing. If you do nothing, could your loved one get released? I guess so, yeah. And I think I've mentioned in another video, there's a 30% chance, that they will get released. There's also, I guess a 2/3, 66% chance they're not going to get released and they're going to get stuck. And once there's a court order in place, it's really hard to get somebody out. I mean, we can do it, but it takes a bit longer. So look, I just want to share that with you. I appreciate, all the questions and the clients that have worked with us. I want to help as many people as I can because this Baker Act statute is really messed up. The mental health system here in Florida is draconian and broken. But the way to deal with this is to fight and fight as quickly as you can. The minute your loved one gets taken, that's the time to fight. If you're going to wait and see what happens, then unfortunately, maybe we're dealing with the consequences of something you didn't realize you were getting into. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.